Parekawhia McLean is NZTA's Regional Relationships Manager for the Waikato Bay of Plenty region. It's a big old region. A short time ago I asked her when the Waioeka Gorge would reopen.
Got our contractors and teams out there now clearing the 7,000 cubic metres of material from both sides. So we're expecting that to be done obviously within the next couple of days and hopefully before the weekend. But at the same time, we've got our geotech specialists there making an assessment in terms of the remedial work that needs to be done as well. So, I can't put a firm date on it, but we are hoping it will be within the next few days and hopefully before the weekend.
This gorge is trouble, isn't it? This isn't the first time this has happened, and I know the Mayor Meng Foon has been talking to NZTA about making this route north from Gisborne more secure.
He has been, and so has Mayor John Forbes has been talking to us from the Opotiki end. We're currently completing a business case which will look at the longer term resilience improvements that need to be done. We've been working collaboratively, clearly with our local government partners, but also the users, iwi and the wider community, and that's really important from our perspective that we have that engagement and that they're part of the solution as well.
Yes, Meng Foon says that you haven't been working with him, that the idea was initially floated and that he hasn't heard from NZTA since.
Well, that's not quite correct. We certainly have been having conversations with his people. That may not have been directly with him, but we've had council staff involved with the business case that has been developed, and that will be put before the mayors within the next few weeks.
And what is that business case? In short, is there a plan B, or is substantial remediation and work required on plan A, which is State Highway 2?
The focus is on State Highway 2. It's also focused on State Highway 35, which is the alternate route, the longer route right around the coast. So that is where the focus is in terms of long-term resilience improvements for both those corridors.
There was a lot of work done after the closure in 2012, wasn't there? And if I look at the work that was done between October 2012 and May 2013, after State Highway 2 north of Gisborne was effectively closed for all of March in 2012, somewhere up to $20 million was spent. And NZTA said at the time the benefits were, and I quote, "The project will improve route security through the Waioeka Gorge and minimise the impact of large slips as lengthy closures impact on road users." Now, was the work not done well enough back in 2012? And if that's the case, what will you do differently now?
Well, I can't comment in terms of the design work, but what I can say is certainly what we're seeing, not just within this particular route, but across the country, the weather events, the frequency of those, and the impact that they're having on many of our corridors. And I'm mindful of the State Highway 25, which is the Thames Coromandel route, which has recently had work done on it as well. So we are always looking at how we can continue to improve. We will there's never ever a guarantee that we will get it right all the time, but we are working collaboratively with those communities and the users and councils to find the right solution for those corridors.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the specific corridor. What do you think getting it right will look like? Because this is a hell of a piece of road. Probably some of our listeners won't have driven it, but anyone who has driven it will remember it. So the slip risk is absolutely apparent the whole way along it. How do you remediate that? How do you protect the road against this kind of event taking place again and again and again?
Well, you're quite right, John. I've driven that route over the last few months, State Highway 2 through the gorge, and it is fairly unique. It's got its particular topography and terrain. It's very steep, but it's also, in some parts reasonably wide. But it is, I think that's where it's important that when we are looking at long-term solutions, we are doing that particularly with those users, so the commuters, but also those travelling with goods and logs and so on. That is important that we have the design solutions where they are involved You can always engineer your way out of it, but at the same time, we can never ever guarantee we'll fix it permanently, given the weather events that we are experiencing.
Parekawhia McLean from NZTA.